If you take a look around the city, you're going to see change everywhere, right? New skyscrapers, restaurants seem to pop in and out of the city daily. But a new book is taking a look at Chicago's past through postcards. It's called Changing Chicago. We are happy to have the authors with us this morning, Neil Samors and Stephen Dahlman, both here with us to tell us more. And I got to tell you, this is a unique way of looking at the city through the eyes of, well, just about anyone that's experienced the city from the past. It is vastly different. So I'm starting to watch these documentaries from the 1800s, and it's just amazing to me what Chicago looked like before. So I want to start with where this idea even came from, to use postcards as a way to tell the story of Chicago's past.
But let me emphasize to you, it's more than, it's postcards and photos.
And photos, even better.
It's important because it's not a then and now book.
Right.
It's postcards that I had access to, over 1,000 postcards, and then we picked those in the 1800s, and then Steve, who's worked with me before, did photos.
But Neil, it's not easy to look at all these postcards and think, this is a book.
Right.
So how did you even get there?
Well, this happens to be the 26th book I've done in Chicago, so I've gotten there step by step.
Okay.
That's how I've done it.
Okay, so how did you go about choosing the postcard?
One of my co-authors from an earlier book, Larry Okrent, did a book on Chicago from the sky, but he also has a collection of over 1,000 postcards that he has purchased over the years. So when I looked at the postcards, I thought, God, you can start from the 1880s and go into the 20th century, 19th century, 20th century. Great way to do it.
Obviously, this skyline has changed dramatically over the years,
yes.
Right? Tell me something you took away from when this book was finally finished. What did you walk away from realizing when you were done?
Just from the response, people are very happy with this whole concept of that you can look back at the 1920s cars or State Street in the 1800s and then look at it today, and you have a great sense about change.
And Stephen, tell me, when you were co-authoring this book, sort of the message you want people to take away from when they're finished reading it or finished looking through it.
I think Chicago's a gorgeous city, and you know, regardless of the time period, it's a very visually stunning city. So I wanted to show off the city, but also have that complement the older images. I was familiar with this collection of postcards too, so I kind of had a feel for what we wanted to project.
It's interesting because it is a page turner, because every time you see these photos, you're just like, I can't believe that's what it used to look like. I mean, it's just such a stunning example of, it was even magnificent back then.
Totally, yeah.
So tell me some of your favorite, I hate to say it, like, but your favorite periods or postcards that you found along the way.
I did the modern day images. I'm always drawn to photos that have people that show off. You can definitely place the time period by the people, the clothing. But the images that I think I enjoy the most are people at the Millennium Park, at the Bean. Tourists, I think they always make for a good subject matter.
They really do. Neil and Stephen, thank you so very much for being here. We really appreciate it. Changing Chicago, a portrait in postcards and photos, available in bookstores around Chicago and online. And we have made it very easy for you to find a copy. Just go to abc7chicago.com.